Hello everyone, Bird Lady Speaks here, coming to you guys with a quick video. In this video here, I want to talk about a chicken breed that everyone has heard of, that is tried and true, that is on every single top 10 chicken this list out there. It is going to be the Rhode Island Red. So let's jump right into it. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. If this is not your first time, welcome back. If this is your first time, welcome. I hope that you do decide to join the family and stay by hitting that like button, that subscribe button, and of course, ringing that bell. Now, I always have to let you guys know this is a very diverse channel. I talk about all types of things on this channel, from my chickens to my turkeys to my dogs, my parrot, my Christian walk, my weight loss journey. I talk about any and everything on this channel, regardless of the reason that you are here. Obviously, it's chickens. Obviously, the reason that you are here watching this video is your interest in chickens. I got you covered. I have my chicken playlist listed in the description box below, and make sure that you do subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you will not miss when I post more chicken centered videos. Now, today in this video here, I don't have any Rhode Island Red the hens to show you. This guy right here, right over there, that nice little brownish red color one, yeah, that's my Rhode Island Red rooster. I believe it was supposed to be a hen. My first chickens that I ever bought were Rhode Island Reds and cream Legbars. So I had 4 Rhode Island Reds, 2 cream Legbars, and if you want to know about cream Legbars, link is in the description. But yeah, so I knew ever since a child, I always heard a Rhode Island Red's gonna let you get a good look at this guy. Ever since I was a child, I always heard of the Rhode Island Red, Rhode Island Red, Rhode Island Red, Rhode Island Red. So I knew I wanted to start my flock with Rhode Island Reds. Now, my dad is also in love with Rhode Island Reds. So I ended up, out of the 4 that I had, 4 was hens. I believe that is a rooster, so I kept that one. I gave all of my hens to my dad, but I do have 6 Rhode Island Red chicks on the inside that I am raising, so we will have more Rhode Island Reds. I just hate that I can't display some in this video, but I'm pretty sure I'll put some pictures up for you guys. So yeah, that's him. He might let me pick him up. Sometimes he can be a jerk. Hey guy. See? In this video, I want to talk about the history, the temperament, the egg laying capabilities of one of the most recognizable, the most well known. If you've never seen one, you've guaranteed you've heard the name Rhode Island Red before. So I just want to talk about that in this video. So it is one of the most well known, and of course, it is one of the most well known, most successful breeds in the world, not even just in the United States, but in the world. Now, the Rhode Island Red has stood the test. Y'all chill. Now, the Rhode Island Red has stood the test of time over decades and decades and decades. Even though there are certain breeds that they are really hard to find. Simply, there are a lot of heritage breeds that are kind of being pushed out because of the different hybrid breeds for egg colors and egg quantities and things of that sort. But the Rhode Island Red is here to stay. I'm telling you, the Rhode Island Red is here to stay. It can't be replaced. So the history of the history of the Rhode Island Reds dates all the way back to 1854. So in 1854, a guy by the name of William Troop, he was a sea captain, and he bought a Malay rooster, and he mated it with the roosters that he had in his flock. Now, the offspring of the Malay rooster and the roosters that he had in his flock, I couldn't find out the actual breed he had in his flock, but that offspring bred something that laid more eggs. So he got with one of his friends by the name of John McComber, and they started to crossbreed with other breeds, and they created a superior chicken. What they did was they started crossbreeding brown leghorns with, of course, Malays, Chinese Cochins, Plymouth Barred Rocks. There was one just right behind me. Javas, light Brahmas, all these different breeds were used to try to improve what is known now as the Rhode Island Red hen. So a guy by the name of Isaac Wilbur, he started working on the breed and started to improve the breed. Even though we know that John McComber and William Troop were responsible for starting to create this breed, it is Mr. Isaac Wilbur who created the name of the Rhode Island Red. So he's known for creating the name of the Rhode Island Red. He's given most of the credit for it, sadly. But now the Rhode Island Red was first developed as a dual purpose bird. Behave yourself, ladies and gents. So the Rhode Island Red was developed as a bird not only with high egg laying capabilities, but also it was a dual purpose breed, meaning that you can use it for meat or you can use it for eggs. And that's what a lot of people do when the Rhode Island Red is no longer laying. They do actually use them for meat birds. So it became the state bird, the Rhode Island state bird, in 1954. Now, when it comes to egg laying quantities, if you look up any list, any blog, any article about egg laying chickens, chickens who lay a lot of eggs, chickens who lay more than 300, you name it, best brown laying, you're going to see the Rhode Island Red on every single one of those lists. That goes to say a lot. Now, I could not find a list that did not have Rhode Island Red, did not have the Rhode Island Red chicken on it. So that says a lot about their egg laying capabilities. Now, after World War II, the Rhode Island Reds were refined once again to produce even more eggs. So now we have two different types of Rhode Island Reds. We have the heritage breed, which are usually the ones that you see in people's backyard that you get from hatcheries or things of that sort. But there also is the industrial breed, and the eggs are similar. The industrial breed, sometimes they are smaller, and there is a difference. There has said to be a difference in the quality, the taste, and the texture of the meat between the industrial birds and the heritage breed birds. That's a whole nother video in itself. So Rhode Island Reds, another great thing about the Rhode Island Reds is they are early laying chickens. Most chickens lay about 18, it's kind of early, but mostly in the 20, 24, 28 weeks. Now the Rhode Island Reds, they can start laying as early as 16 weeks. More commonly they lay about 18 to 20 weeks, but they have been known to lay 16 weeks. And every time he comes out, I'm going to point him out to you guys because he's absolutely gorgeous. They're going to give you between 5 to 6 medium to large eggs a week. And now one of the good things about another wonderful thing about the Rhode Island Red chicken is as they get older, the more they lay, their eggs start to get larger. So even though they may start out laying medium-sized eggs, before their laying lifespan is over, they're going to be laying large-sized eggs for you. So that's amazing. So even if you have a Rhode Island Red that is a modest layer, it's still going to give you anywhere between 150 to 250 eggs per year, even if it is on the low end of laying. But most Rhode Island Red chickens, you're going to get over 300 eggs a year. Now, when it comes to the temperament is all over the place, especially with the roosters. Now, as you can see, Roosevelt here, that's my Rhode Island Red rooster. Roosevelt here, he doesn't have any too much dealings with me. He won't let me pick him up. He won't let me pick him up willingly, but if I need to check him for mites or something, I just grab him. He has not been aggressive, but he's a little bit more skittish. He's a little bit more flighty. Now, my hen Rhode Island Reds, I mean, when you walk into the chicken run, they're right there. They want to be all around you and want to be all over you. They'll come and sit on you. They'll come and perch on you. They'll do all that. So I am noticing a difference in the temperament between the male and the female. But honestly, Rhode Island Red temperament can be all over the place. Now, they can go anywhere between docile and aggressive, especially when it comes to the roosters. But the hens seem to be pretty consistent with being calm, friendly birds. Now, they are very, very active foragers. You probably saw him in the back, scratching, foraging, and everything in the back. They are amazing foragers. They eat anything. The roosters, they are good defense birds. Now, they would eat like snakes. They would eat mice. They would eat frogs. Occasionally, they have known to eat smaller mice, snakes, and frogs as well, especially if it's going to be a threat to the flock. The roosters will eat those. Now, they love to free range. Now, if I end up getting more Rhode Island Red roosters, I may allow them to free range. But out here, I'm kind of afraid to, because we have so many birds of prey. This land was undeveloped, so I kind of moved in on the wildlife's territory. So we have falcons. I know they say like eagles were going extinct. We have eagles out here. We have the chicken hawks. We have red-tailed hawk. We have another kind of hawk. we have all type of birds of prey, and we're not even going to talk about the other wild animals, but just with birds of prey, we have, at least that I've seen, probably about 7 or 8 different birds of prey. We have owls, we have all these different things out here. So yeah, it's not safe for them to free range out here, but I'm definitely going to be extending out this chicken run so they have a lot of room. But if I do end up getting too many roosters, I'll probably let them free range the property. But now the roosters, again, going back to their temperament, the roosters, they can be aggressive. They have known to be aggressive. Really, with the temperament, I just want to stress, it's each individual bird. I do notice that there's a difference between the males and the females, but it's each individual birds, because I have some people in the homesteading groups that I'm in online. They actually say that how gentle their Rhode Island red rooster is, and some people says that they've been attacked by the Rhode Island red rooster. So I definitely wouldn't suggest Rhode Island red roosters around your children until you know the temperament of that rooster. And even then, I still wouldn't suggest it. Just a warning that it's each individual bird, but just to let you know, that's always a possibility. Now, with the Rhode Island Reds, when it comes to broodiness, with the Rhode Island Reds, because they have been so commercialized and industrialized, that the broodiness has been bred out of them, because their eggs are taken before they even get a chance to let that broodiness set in. But they can be encouraged to get back to the broodiness, and that's going to be my goal this year, is to get my girls back to that broodiness, get them back to their basic instinct. So I'm gonna work on ways that I can make them become broody. And when they do, if you can get a Rhode Island Red hen to become broody, they are diligent mothers. They are protective mothers. Some chickens, they'll sit for a while, then they're like, oh, I don't like doing this and that, but they will not abandon their chicks, and they make excellent mothers. And again, they are extremely protective. Now, when it comes to the health of the Rhode Island Red, they don't have any real issues. I think that's why they've kind of stood the test of time, because they are really hardy birds. They do well in really harsh, hot, humid climates like I live in. They do really well in colder climates, colder seasons. So yeah, they are so popular because of their hardiness. No matter what part of the country you live in, Rhode Island Red Rooster is going to do well in that part of the country, if it's in the right conditions. They have common issues like mites and parasites, things of that sort. Just let them take dust baths. I like to throw piles of diatomaceous earth out sometimes, and give that, and let them bathe in that. I like to put diatomaceous earth and apple cider vinegar in their water and in their food, and that actually keeps down the worms and parasites and things of that sort too. But basically, they're pretty easygoing chicken. Besides Roosevelt here, Roosevelt will follow me around sometimes, but he just will not let me pick him up. My other Rhode Island Red hens, they let me pick them up. They followed me around. They sat on me. They perched on my shoulder. If I was bending down, they jumped on my back. They are really good, and the hens are known to be good with children, just not the roosters. But it's your choice of what you want to do. Just make sure you watch any animals with your children. But that's all I had. There was no way that I can put everything in this one short video. Hopefully I can keep it under 10 minutes long. There was no way I can put everything about this wonderful bird, but hopefully I did give you enough information so you can decide whether or not you want to make the Rhode Island Red as a member of your family, your flock, your tribe. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and remember to hit that like button if you like this video. What that does, that's a free way to help out the channel. A lot of you guys say I need to have more followers. A lot of you guys say you love my content. If you like my content, let YouTube know that you like my content by sharing this video and by liking this video, and that'll let them know, like, hey, they like this content that she's doing. Let us push this out to more people. So I'm just showing you Roosevelt there. But thank you so much, guys, for watching, and as usual, toodaloo, bye bye.